This is a 34-year-old man with history of questionable developmental disability. I told crisis services falsely that I am suicidal. Actually, I am not. I need a place to live. It is clear that his agenda right now is seeking housing. He continues to claim that he is diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, but as per his chart, he actually does not qualify for OPWDD services. Though there has been a suspicion that he has an intellectual disability, the neuropsychology testing performed last year that quantified his IQ at 87. This patient's baseline functioning is remarkable for extreme regression and the expectation that he will be primarily taken care of by institutions rather than taking responsibility for his own health and well-being. He chronically sabotages the efforts and resources to establish stable housing. He has history of incarceration. He often uses suicidal ideation and other behavior including things like incontinence and somatic complaint as a means of trying to avoid taking responsibility for self-care. He is no longer welcome home as he has used aggression and bullying at home toward them in an attempt to manipulate them, but they are setting a limit with him, not allowing him to return there. His behavior and maladaptive coping mechanisms is likely a combination of character pathology. He has been diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, but also a tendency towards paranoia. But also seems consistent with a fictitious disorder given the degree of unconscious somatization that seems to serve a functional purpose in helping him be taken care of because he frequently invokes the sick role. Though this visit was provoked by his discharge from Kenmore Mercy Hospital with a plan he was unhappy about, discharge to Holy Cross Shelter, it is evident that he sabotaged it. He is demanding hospital admission simply to have someone take care for him and provide him housing. He himself admits that he manipulated crisis services in order to be brought here and is not really suicidal. Social worker attempted to meet with patient to discuss his discharge options. Patient leaped out of bed, semi-nude, and proceeded to walk out of room exposed. Patient is aggressive. Security contacted to protect the patient, staff, and patient's roommate. Patient walked back to his room, put his clothes on and proceeded to walk out of the door. Patient shouted that he did not want any help and he had the right to leave. He walked into traffic as a suicide attempt, but clarified, "I staged a suicide, but I didn't mean it, I just wanted someone to help me." Denies any suicidal ideation or plans and admits that he was using suicidal ideation in a manipulative way. He is malingering and secondary gain is evident. Primary diagnosis, other, malingering, secondary diagnosis, borderline intellectual functioning, antisocial personality disorder.
And then the hospital gives me a brand new diagnosis, a brand new one. Not fictitious disorder and malingering, but dependent personality disorder.